Since Daredevil Born Again is now over, let's rank all of the Marvel Disney Plus live action shows. As in last place is Secret Invasion. I will say that there were some parts of this series that I did like, but by the end of it, it was just mostly a miss. At number 10 is Ekko, and I have to admit, I thought this was good for the most part. I like what they did with Maya Lopez. I liked how we explored her culture and her dynamic, her relationship with the Kingpin. But I do wish there were more episodes, and I wish that the finale wasn't rushed. At number 9 is Agatha All Along, and I gotta say, I enjoy this. I like how we explored more of Agatha in the MCU, more of the witches in the MCU, but I do wish they did more with the witches. But at the same time, I did like what this set up for. Hopefully Wanda comes back. At number 8 is She-Hulk, and this gets a lot of unnecessary hate online, but I gotta admit, I loved this series. With this series, it felt like it was the most accurate adaptation to a comic book series there is. I love Tatiana as She-Hulk. I thought this series was a lot of fun, and I want them to do more with the character soon. At number 7 is Miss Marvel, and man, she is phenomenal as Miss Marvel. She is Miss Marvel, ripped right out of the comic, and I love this series. I love the high school stuff that it did. I will admit, halfway through it did start to lose itself, but by the end of it, this was still a great series. At number 6 is Hawkeye. This was a fun one. The Christmas stuff was fun. Haley Steinfeld as Kate Bishop, it's just phenomenal. She is the character ripped right out of the comics. I loved her dynamic with Yelena, and I enjoyed getting more of Clint Barton. But at the same time, this was a great reintroduction to the Kingpin in the bigger MCU. At number 5 is the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and I loved how we got more of Sam and Bucky, their friendship, their bickering with one another. That is always hilarious to see. I liked how we got more of Zemo, I liked how we got introduced to US Agent, and I liked how we got more of Sharon. I do think that the villains could have been better though. At number 4 is Wanda Vision, the series that started the Disney Plus Marvel show, and this was such a fun one. I just miss how each week there were all these theories on Mephisto and all that. I loved how we got to explore more of Wanda and Vision, and just how each episode took inspiration from sitcoms. The finale being rushed though, that was a bit disappointing, but overall this is still an amazing series. We need Wanda back soon. At number 3 is Moon Knight, and this series was just phenomenal. Oscar Isaac in the role as Mark and Steven was just phenomenal. I loved what this series did. I loved Layla. I just wish that the finale wasn't rushed, but yet this was still a really good one, and I hope they do a season 2 or at least something new with Moon Knight soon. At number 2 is the Loki series, and I just loved both of these seasons. I loved how it made me care more for Loki more, introducing the TVA, introducing all these amazing characters, and I do believe that this was an amazing story for Loki. But at number 1, I have to give it a Daredevil Born Again. I love the original Daredevil series, and I loved what this series did. I loved how we got these two characters. I loved what they did, and I love what they're setting up for with season 2. Overall, that is my ranking of all of the live-action MCU Disney Plus shows, but what would be your ranking? Let me know in the comments below, and follow me for more.